Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this edition of Primetime Newscast in the English language and Canal de International. I'm called Morinzi at Top Stories. It was a tense atmosphere today at the Bamba Littoral region as the population of Bonelang protested what they described as a forceful eviction from the ancestral land by an individual whom they say is acting illegally. And table birds, a scarcity hits Yaoundé with retail and wholesale prices increase dramatically as Christmas and New Year feasts narrow to 9 days. The rising prices of table birds is already pushing consumers to survive or to get to other alternatives. Administrative authorities in the Diamare division of the Fano region of Cameroon have been reminded of their duty to protest internally displaced persons who seek refuge in their areas of command. Those were major stories. Details right ahead. Good evening once more. It was a tense atmosphere at Tibamba in the littoral region as the population of Bonelang protested what they have described as the forceful eviction of their ancestral land by an individual whom they say is acting illegally. More than 50 persons took to the street today to express their anger and call on the government to act in their favor. The land in question is spread on 76 hectares involving hundreds of families. Many have described the document brandished by the said individual as fake. We'll come back to that in a subsequent editions of Newscasts. Administrative authorities of Diamare in the Fano region of Cameroon have been reminded of their duty to protect internally displaced persons who seek refuge in their area of command. The senior divisional officer for Diamare, Jean-Marc Ekwa Ambaga, told his collaborators during a visit to thousands of internally displaced persons in that part of the country as he ended the following story with Gladys Amo Diba.
This is one of the sites that host internally displaced persons in the Diamare division of the far north region of Cameroon. More than 7,000 of them sought refuge in this division as a result of the intertribal conflicts between the Arab Shuas and Muslim communities in the Logon and Shari and Mayo Danai divisions in the past couple of days. The SDO of the Diamare division, Jean Ekwambarga, visited the sites that harbor these internally displaced persons to take stock of the situation. We are from the Mayo Danai division. The people here are hospitable. We don't have any problems for now. The SDO has assisted us with some food items. Where we are coming from, most of our property have been destroyed. Before meeting the internally displaced persons, the SDO of the Diamare division held a meeting with the sub-divisional officers of his area of command to discuss strategies through which they could contribute in putting an end to the conflict and assist the displaced persons. I am calling on all administrative authorities to take measures to ensure the welfare of these internally displaced persons and contribute in stopping the conflict from escalating further. When you already have people seeking refuge in your area, you must take measures to protect them. There is a massive influx of the displaced persons into the Bogo and Pete subdivisions from the Mayo Danai division, a majority of them women and children. Most of the victims have lost their homes, businesses, thousands of cattle and ruminants, and are currently still in shock.
And as Cameroon prepares for the twin census in 2022, that is that on population and housing, and the second on agriculture, general agriculture and livestock, the Adamawa Regional Steering Committee in charge of the exercise have been officially installed this day in Gaundari. They were installed by the Director General of the Central Office for Census and Population Studies, Bukreb Mag Bernadette, who reiterated that Cameroon's desire for emergence by 2035 cannot be possible without reliable statistical data on the population and production means. She added that the exercise that was expected to have taken place in 2015 have been delayed by problems of insecurity in the far north, northwest and southwest regions of Cameroon. Let's listen to the governor of the Adamawa region, Kildadi Abuka, talking about activities that will be carried out by the new committee. Let's take a listen.
Guidelines for us to carry out our different activities. So we are going to have a meeting, to go to the field. Before that, we have documents from the directors. We are going to read we are going to read all those documents to have an appraisal and a global appraisal of all the activities which will be carried out. We do have that the members of the committee are up to the task. We are not going to relent our effort because we know that the operation is very important for our country. It will enable our country to have tools of decision, tools to appreciate all the population, appreciate above all agricultural activities in our country. So we are going to do everything. We are going to take everything serious in order to have a clean document after the census.
To go to Christmas, or inhabitants of the nation's political capital Yaoundé are faced with the scarcity of table birds and skyrocketed prices for a few available ones. Many have described such a geometric increase in the prices of the table birds and other basic commodities at this festive period. More on the story with our student journalist in Yaoundé.
Empty cages, basket, notable beds, few spotted in some corners of the market. The limited, still waiting for customers who are forthcoming. We are at the popular Vogada market, the top recognized table beds market in Yaoundé, where the most cherished home delicacy has become very rare and expensive. Both sellers and clients cried out.
Un petit poulet maintenant commence à 3500.
A small table bird now begins at 3,500, medium 4,500 upwards. There are no table birds. We don't know what is happening. One small layer 4,500 and others 8,000 francs. The state should look for a way to help us. We don't even gain anything.
The situation rendered many housewives helpless, the prices increasing by day.
A wife who leaves the house with 5,000 francs coming to the market can't buy table birds. She's obliged to buy fish, which is cheaper.
The disturbing phenomena, a veritable hindrance to other stakeholders linked to the business.
I am a cleaner, not a seller. Mondays are worst days of the week. Before now, I could work like 3,000 francs per day. But now, I find myself working 1,500 francs a day. For today, I don't even have 250 francs in my pocket.
The sellers have advanced different reasons for the continuous rise in the precious birds.
The main problem is lack of chicks. Organizations and rearers should do something, and very fast. We cannot keep importing chicks. We should be able to produce them here. Small chicks of 1 day old that was sold for 400 is now 800 francs.
Barely 1 week to Christmas, many continue to wonder how the celebrations are going to look like in the absence of table beds and the prices of commodities on a stable rise in the capital city.
It is a rather timid atmosphere in markets in Cameroon's economic city Douala a few days to Christmas, as the prices of goods continue to scare away so many customers. As we hear the following story with Saleh Sharifa.
Less than 13 days to Christmas, and in the economic capital city, Douala, the market ambience on Xmas trees is still timid. Traders are in a bind. It's too complicated because since we installed items, customers really don't come. They come one by one. With COVID, we suffered too much. We were not selling. There are even rest of goods that I have to take out because there was no market at all. Display of trays are the scenery of the streets. Their sizes, their attractive colors, but their prices repel customers. Prices are too high. Importers give us increased prices, but we do with it. The prices are higher since the containers come too expensive. Some will not have the opportunity to experience luxury this year. Old ones kept with care will be used. I will have to use what I bought the previous year. Prices in the market this year are really high compared to last year. Xmas tree, a traditional decoration, and for this beauty, a matter of price.
Far from their comfort zones, internally displaced persons are lacking in a basic need, and as the festive period approaches, they too want to feel the joy that generally comes with Christmas. This explains the objective behind the donation exercise in Bonaberry in the Douala 4 Council area of recent. More on the story with our reporter, Fro Williams.
December 11, 2021 was a happy day in the lives of the internally displaced persons from whom in the Menchum division of the Northwest region of Cameroon. In the Bonaberry neighborhood of the Douala 4 subdivision, they received tons of gifts offered by His Excellency President Paul Biya, handed over to them by their traditional ruler, Fonju Wilson, who was at the origin of the initiative.
I want to thank the Head of State, His Excellency Paul Biya. After I've written to them several times, soliciting for assistance as their fund, to let my people understand that I'm feeling for them, that I'm thinking for them wheresoever they are. After some time, I got the positive reply and response from Minister Ebeaisi and Minister Tanji, who assisted me with some gift to give to my displaced population who are in Douala 4 Bonaberry. I want to thank the government so much for giving me the consideration as traditional ruler to give me support to come and give to my people. I want to tell them that they should hold the Head of State a very high esteem. That is a man of the people, is a man that will bring change in our country.
The IDPs were happy and could not but appreciate the efforts of the government and their Royal Highness as the gifts come precisely during the festive period.
We are very happy for the gesture our chief has done to us at the end of the year.
Thank you for the trouble you don't give me, Chief. Thank you. May God bless you.
Thank you, Papa. I know you are never trouble this time. Thank you. In Jesus' name we pray.
Thank you plenty, Papa. As you don't carry any way, I will chop my small rice with oil, I told tray oil. Thank you.
The gifts, amongst which are foodstuffs, kitchen utensils, and many others, have put a smile on their faces and will help them enjoy during this month of December.
And that report brings us to the end of this edition of Newscast on Canal International. Thanks so much for watching. We have news in the French language at exactly this. Never Senkan Aleng. She's Leng Akanga. But coming up next is the brief. I will be back same time tomorrow for another edition. Good night.